Hi students, very good morning. I hope all are having a good health without any problems. Right students, in this class we are discussing environmental chemistry last video. In this video, the competitive questions based on NEET, JEE and KSET model we are discussing one by one. This is easy chapter. Even normal student also can answer these questions from this chapter. That's why don't leave this chapter. Either NEET or JEE or KSET, one question compulsory from this examination. Especially NEET exam, sometimes two questions also they will ask. KSET exam 60 questions, two questions also there is a possibility. In this no problem, sums calculation. Read the NCERT textbook 2 or 3 times clearly, note down the points and highlight the points, then prepare that notes, you will answer the questions. Memory based chapter. Let's do it. In this first question, what is the correct sequence of atmospheric layer starting from Earth? Based on the distance, there are 4 layers students: troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere. There are troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere. Based on the distance, they are divided like this: 4 segments. The atmosphere can be divided into 4 segments. Next question student, which of the following statement is not correct? Troposphere maintains heat balance. Correct. Sound waves cannot propagate in mesosphere. Correct. Ozone layer present in troposphere, but ozone layer present in troposphere is not the correct statement. It is present in stratosphere. Due to this reason only, the stratosphere is known as ozonosphere. It is a wrong statement, student. Ozone present in stratosphere, absolutely wrong statement. That is a stratosphere. Next one, student. Choose the biodegradable pollutant out of the following. DDT, dichloro-diphenyl trichloroethane, cow dung, alkyl benzene sulfurate, mercury, student. Here DDT, mercury, alkyl benzene sulfate, all are comes under the non-biodegradable pollutant. Here biodegradable pollutant is cow dung can act as biodegradable pollutant because the cow dung can make compost which are used as the fertilizer, natural fertilizer for the crops. Next one, student. Question number 4. The region containing water vapor. Thermosphere, stratosphere, mesosphere and troposphere. Troposphere contains water vapor, student. The troposphere contains water vapors. Okay, that is first layer of the atmosphere. Contains water vapor. Next one, student. Question number 5. The carbon monoxide in the atmosphere is due to incomplete combustion of the petroleum fuels. Correct. Oxidation of carbon in metallurgical extraction of metals. Correct. Thermal power plants. Correct. From all these sources, the carbon monoxide CO is evolved into the atmosphere. Therefore, all the above is the correct answer. Student. Next one, question number 6. In which of the following region hydrogen and helium are present? That is mesosphere, student. The mesosphere contains two gases, hydrogen and helium. This question is not there in PU board syllabus, student. That is NCERT textbook, it is not there, but we are collected from different books. That is mesosphere contains which gases, student? Hydrogen and helium gases are present in mesosphere. Next one, student. Question number 7. The solid components of the earth consist of soil, rocks and mountains are called lithosphere. The solid components are present in the lithosphere. Next, student. Question number 8. An increase in the carbon dioxide concentration in the atmosphere will result in adverse effects of natural vegetation, global warming, temperature decreases in global atmosphere, genetic disorders in plants and animals, student. We know that the temperature of the earth increases due to increase of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. This phenomenon is known as global warming. Globe is heated. Globe is heated. Due to this reason, that phenomenon is known as global warming. That phenomenon is known as global warming. Global warming. Clear, students? Copy this. Okay, next continuation, students. All are theory questions. Straightforward we are discussing. Question number 9, students. Question number 9. The basic component of smog. The basic component of smog. That is photochemical smog, student. In this chapter, classical smog, we are not discussing much more. The basic component of smog, in detail, formation of photochemical smog and prevention of the photochemical smog, harmful effect of the photochemical smog we are discussing, but not classical smog. Okay, students. After that, you can discuss the concept once again. The basic component of smog is PAN, peroxyacetyl nitrate, PBN, polybenzoic nitrate, nitrogen dioxide, all of these, nitrogen dioxide and all of these, students. Here NO2 is the basic component of the photochemical smog or basic component of the smog. Here, students, carefully concentrate. The basic component of smog. Here PAN is the component of smog and NO2 is the component of smog, but they are asking basic, that is starting with that only the smog formation takes place. That is known as nitrogen dioxide is the basic component of smog, is the basic component of the smog. Right, students, small technical problem. Next one, question number 10, students. 9 is question number 10. Global warming may result in flood, cyclone, decrease in forest productivity, all the above. All the above is the correct answer, student. Due to global warming, temperature increases. Temperature increases, the colder countries, the ice will undergo melt. Floods takes place, cyclones takes place, and decrease forest productivity. Due to increase of the temperature of the earth, the forest productivity is also decreases. Therefore, all the above is the correct answer. Effect of the global warming. Next, students, all the above is the correct answer. Question number 11. Ozone depletion in the stratosphere is mainly caused by. Stratosphere contains ozone. The depletion of ozone layer in the stratosphere mainly caused by, student, CF2Cl2, which is known as chlorofluorocarbons, which is known as chlorofluorocarbons, CF2Cl2, and nitric oxide both components are responsible for the depletion of ozone layer, but main component, mainly the responsible for the depletion of ozone layer is CF2Cl2, that is chlorofluorocarbons. In the given options, both compounds are given. You can give the choice for the first compound. You can give the choice for the first compound. Okay, students. Right. For example, both compounds are given. Both is the correct answer. You can go to this. You can go to this. Okay, students. Next one. Question number 12. Which of the following gases is not greenhouse gas? Is not greenhouse gas. Ozone is a greenhouse gas. Methane is the greenhouse gas. Water vapor is the greenhouse gas. Carbon monoxide is not greenhouse gas. Carbon monoxide is not a greenhouse gas. Carbon monoxide is not a greenhouse gas. Okay, students. Right. Question number 13. Photochemical smog occurs in warm, dry and sunny climate. Warm, dry and sunny climate. Which one of the following is not amongst components of photochemical smog? Identify it. Nitrogen dioxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide, unsaturated hydrocarbon. Here NO2 we are using, students, in photochemical smog. Ozone also is the component of photochemical smog, but sulfur dioxide we are not using. sulfur dioxide we are not using in photochemical smog formation. That is SO2 component is not using in photochemical smog formation. In the mechanism also we are discussing, student. Once verify the video 3, in that clearly we are discussing formation of the photochemical smog. Next, student, question number 14 we are discussing the formation of London smog takes place in London smog. Photochemical smog in summer season, dry climate, but London smog takes place in winter during morning time. Winter during morning time. Winter during morning time. The photochemical smog formation will be takes place. Okay, students, right? And differences between classical and photochemical smog we are discussing in theory part. Classical oxidizing smog, photochemical smog reducing smog. It is summer, it is winter. Once again, video student. The correct answer is the London smog takes place winter during morning time. Winter during morning time. Question number 15, student. The gas responsible for depletion of ozone layer. Right, student. Here our question is there. Nitric oxide and freons. Nitric oxide and freons. First option CO2. Second option SO2. Third one carbon monoxide. Fourth one. Here both are there given, student. Both nitric oxide and freons responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer. Depletion of the ozone layer. Here already we are discussing, student. Main component is chlorofluorocarbons. In addition to this, it is also depletion of the ozone layer. Therefore, student, D is the correct answer. Which of the following chemical harmful to ozone released by the chlorofluorocarbons? That is chlorine, student. Here what happens during the mechanism of the depletion of ozone layer? During the mechanism of the depletion of ozone layer, the first step is in the presence of sunlight. In the presence of sunlight, when sunlight falls on the chlorofluorocarbons, they can form free radicals. Chlorine free radical, CF2Cl radical. Chlorine free radical, CF2C radical. This chlorine free radical will be main responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer. Once the formation of chlorine free radical is controlled, the depletion of ozone layer is also controlled. And at the same time, it is the first step. It is the first step in the depletion of the ozone layer. Depletion of ozone layer contains 3 steps, student. In the first step is the formation of the chlorine radical. Formation of the chlorine radical. Therefore, our answer, student, which of the following chemical harmful to ozone released by chlorofluorocarbon? Sulfur dioxide, chlorine, fluorine, nitrogen dioxide. Chlorine is releases, which is harmful to depletion of the ozone layer, which can causes depletion of the ozone layer. Right, student. Next one, question number 17. The greatest affinity for hemoglobin is shown by. We know the students, when carbon monoxide react with the hemoglobin, it can form carboxyhemoglobin, which is 300 times more stable than oxyhemoglobin. 300 times more stable than oxyhemoglobin. Therefore, hemoglobin is having more affinity towards carbon monoxide when compared to oxygen. Clear, students? Right. Next one, question number 18. The extent of conversion of oxyhemoglobin to carboxyhemoglobin depends upon concentration of carbon monoxide in air. Correct. Time of exposure of person to carbon monoxide. Correct. Amount of hemoglobin in blood. It is not correct. Based on the amount of hemoglobin in the blood, the formation of carboxyhemoglobin does not take place. The person inhale how much amount of carbon monoxide and how much amount of CO2 present in the atmosphere. Based on these conditions only, the formation of the carboxyhemoglobin will be takes place. Clear, students? Therefore, both A and B is the correct answer. Question number 19. Here both A and B is the correct answer. Question number 19, students, very important and logical question. Ozone is useful in dash and harmful in. Useful in stratosphere and harmful in troposphere. Why? Because ozone is one of the greenhouse gas. Ozone is one of the greenhouse gas. Ozone, methane and water vapor all are comes under the greenhouse gases. In troposphere it is harmful. In stratosphere it is very much useful. Why? Because the harmful radiation coming from the earth does not falls on the earth due to presence of the ozone layer only. Due to presence of the ozone layer only. Clear, students? Right. Question number 20. Taj Mahal is affected by the, generally the Taj Mahal is made up of the beautiful marble stone. Beautiful marble stone. The marbles react with the harmful gases evolved during the around the Taj Mahal. Evolved during the Taj Mahal. Then what happens, student? The calcium react with the sulfur dioxide. It can form calcium sulfate. It can form calcium sulfate. Due to this, the beautiness of the Taj Mahal will be day by day decreases. Hence, the Taj Mahal is affected due to the presence of the sulfur dioxide. Here they are given, student, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, calcium oxide, carbon dioxide. But the only responsible will be the beauty of the Taj Mahal is affected by the sulfur dioxide. In that Agra and Delhi, that side, so much amount of pollutants will be released like carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide, because it is a crowded area, and automobiles, due to combustion of the oils during automobiles, SO2 gas will be released. That is affected the marbles of the Taj Mahal. Our answer is SO2 gas is responsible for the effect of the Taj Mahal. Effect of the Taj Mahal. Clear, students? Right. Next one. Next question, student. Question number 21. Which causes water pollution? Pathogens, automobile exhaust, PCBs, A and C. A and C is correct answer, student. We are discussing causes of water pollution. Pathogens, chemical pollutants. In the chemical pollutants, one of the component is PCBs, polychlorinated biphenyls. Polychlorinated biphenyl. Pathogens is one of the reason, and second one is chemical pollutant. In that PCB is the correct answer. That is polychlorinated biphenyls. Polychlorinated biphenyls. More considered, student. Next one. Question number 22. Water pollution does not cause increased fish population. Due to water pollution, decreased fish population will be takes place, because as the water is contaminated with organic waste material, the amount of the dissolved oxygen in water decreases. Hence, the aquatic animals does not survive due to decrease of percentage of dissolved oxygen in water. Hence, decrease of fish population takes place, but not increase of the fish population. Therefore, B is the correct answer, student. Water population does not cause increased fish population, because water population cause decreased fish population, aquatic animals. Okay, students, right. Next one, question number 23. It is not there in the board syllabus, students. We are not discussed. Increase in the concentration of pollutant. Increase in the concentration of pollutant by the process of food chains. By the process of food chains. Eutrophication, bioamplification, defluoridation, biological oxidation. Clear, students? Eutrophication means increase in the concentration of phosphates in water bodies. Defluoridation means the concentration of fluoride ion decreases. Biological oxidation means oxidation of the organic waste material. The three terms are very well known. That another fourth term is bioamplification. That is known as bioamplification. While solving objective question, student, even though we are not discussing the topic, remaining three terms are very well known. That is not these three answers are not correct for that question. Then the fourth one is the correct answer. Bioamplification, the increase in the concentration of pollutant in the atmosphere due to food chains are known as bioamplification. Bioamplification. Copy this, student. Okay, next continuation, students. Question number 24. Question number 24. The species responsible for the chlorosis and fluorosis are respectively chlorosis and fluorosis respectively. Sulfur dioxide excess in water causes chlorosis. Fluorine concentration excess in water, fluorosis. Excess of sulfur dioxide, chlorosis disease. Excess of fluoride concentration, fluorosis. Fluorosis causes. Next, question number 25. Which of the following is responsible for the eutrophication of lakes? Eutrophication means the increase in the concentration of the phosphates in the water bodies or lakes are known as eutrophication. Definition we are discussing. The phenomenon in which the increased or enriched the concentration of the phosphates in water bodies are known as eutrophication. The phosphates ion increased concentration in ponds, lakes and water bodies are known as eutrophication. Next, student, question number 26. The BOD values of 4 samples are given: A, B, C, D. A is 160, B is 35, C is 180 parts per million, and D is 25 parts per unit. The decreasing order of extent of pollution in water based on the BOD values of the 4 water samples A, B, C, D, we are arranging decreasing order of the extent of pollution in water. We know, the students, the BOD value inversely proportional to purity of water. As the BOD value decreases, purity of water increases. As the BOD value increases, purity of water will be decreases. Already we are discussing, student, very important in competitive point of view. BOD value and purity of water. The number of milligrams of dissolved oxygen required for the degradation of the organic waste material in 5 days at 20 degrees centigrade are known as biological oxygen demand. The number of milligrams of dissolved oxygen required for the biodegradation of the organic waste materials are known as the biological oxygen demand. You can remember this equation, student. Both are inversely proportional to each other. Let us consider 4 samples, student. D is having less BOD value, that is more pure, and C is having highest BOD value, that is impure sample and pure sample. Like this, student, less BOD value, more pure water. The impurity will be decreases. Clear, students? D greater than, B greater than, A greater than C. D is having less BOD value, hence that is more pure, and C is having more BOD value, hence that is less pure. Purity will be decreases. Okay, students, more pure and less pure. Here logically answer, student. You can remember this equation. Next, question number 27. BHC and DDT acts as. BHC stands for, student, benzene hexachloride. DDT stands for, we know that, dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. Both these compounds are carcinogens. Carcinogen means toxic substances. Both are toxic in nature. Hence, due to this reason only, these two compounds can act as the insecticides to kill the insects. In hydrocarbon chapter, in the case of the benzene, when benzene react with excess of chlorine in the presence of sunlight to form benzene hexachloride, which can act as insecticide. Okay, why? Because it is toxic in nature. Similarly, the DDT, in this lesson we are discussing, it can act as the non-biodegradable insecticide. Insecticide means to kill insects because it is toxic in nature. Next one, student. Question number 28. Match the following. Here 4 matchings are given, student. Biodegradable pollutant, non-biodegradable pollutant, primary pollutant and secondary pollutant. Here domestic sewage is the good example of the biodegradable pollutant that can undergo biodegradation. Non-biodegradable pollutant, we know that DDT is non-biodegradable insecticides to kill the insects. Next, primary pollutant, sulfur dioxide can act as primary pollutant. Sulfur trioxide is secondary pollutant. Sulfur trioxide is a secondary pollutant. And in this option they are given PAN, stands for peroxyacetyl nitrate, can act as a secondary pollutant. Can act as a secondary pollutant. All are discussed in the theory, students. Next one, question number 29. As DDT is passed into food chains, as DDT is passed into food materials, its concentration remains the same, decreases, becomes zero, and increases. What happens, student? As it is passed into the food chain, so the DDT concentration will be increases. The DDT concentration will be increases because it is spread into more food materials. Hence, the DDT concentration will be increases. The DDT concentration will be increases. Right, students? Next one, it is also BOD question, very crucial. The BOD values of 4 samples A, B, C, D are given 165, 120, 20 and 5 parts per million. 5 parts per million. Okay. If the parts per million, the most polluted and least polluted water. The most polluted and least polluted water. Here, students, the purity of water inversely proportional to BOD value. It is 165 BOD value, that is most polluted water. 5 ppm least BOD value, that is more pure water or least polluted water. A is most polluted and D is least polluted, because highest BOD value most polluted, less BOD value least polluted. Less BOD value will be least polluted. A and D is the correct answer. A and D is the correct answer. C and D, B and C, A and B, like this given, student. Here A and D is the most and least polluted water samples. Most and least polluted water samples. Next one, student. Question number 31. The type of bond formed by carbon monoxide with the hemoglobin of the blood. Very important question, student. When carbon monoxide combines with the hemoglobin to form carboxyhemoglobin, which is 300 times more stable than that of oxyhemoglobin. Due to this suffocation and sometimes leads to death also we are discussing. But here how they are framed question is in excellent manner. The carbon monoxide combines with the hemoglobin, it can form carboxyhemoglobin. But they are asking related to the chemical bond, this question is given. Okay, when carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin, carboxyhemoglobin. But in between these two, which type of bond is formed? In between these two, which type of bond formed? That is dative bond is formed, or coordinate covalent bond is formed. Coordinate covalent bond is formed. That is, we know that the structure of the CO will be like this. The oxygen atom can form a triple bond with carbon atom. Among this triple bond, one sigma bond and 2 pi bonds are present. The sigma bond is a covalent bond. That is, coordinate covalent bond is formed. The two lone pairs on the oxygen atom can form dative bond with carbon atom. Dative bond with the carbon atom. Remaining two are the single bonds. And oxygen contains one lone pair. Carbon contains one lone pair. Both these lone pairs are present on oxygen and carbon atom. The lone pairs on oxygen atom can form coordinate covalent bond with the hemoglobin. For the structure reference, students, in a chemical bonding, the resonating structure concept once you can verify. Okay, at that time in detail we are discussing the structure of the Lewis dot structure of the carbon monoxide. Right, students, in our question, when carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin, carboxyhemoglobin, which is 300 times more stable than oxyhemoglobin, the bond between carbon monoxide and hemoglobin will be coordinate covalent bond or dative bond. Next question, student, question number 32. CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, are effective scavengers for ozone due to photolytic reaction of oxygen producing chlorine radical, photolytic decomposition of ozone producing oxygen, photolytic decomposition of CFCs producing chlorine radical. It is the correct answer, student. In the depletion of ozone layer, it is the first step. When sunlight, that is Hnu, falls on the CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, it can form chlorine radical and CF2Cl radicals. Chlorine radical and CF2Cl radical. This chlorine radical is responsible for the depletion of the ozone layer. Depletion of the ozone layer. Hence, this chlorofluorocarbons can called as scavengers, one of the important materials for the depletion of the ozone layer. For the depletion of the ozone layer, and it is the first step in the depletion of the ozone layer. Formation of chlorine radical is the first step in the depletion of ozone layer. Therefore, students, C is the correct answer. C is the correct answer. Copy these, students. All are theory questions and memory based questions. Okay, students. Next continuation. Question number 33. Question number 33. Which of the following statements about ozone layer is true? About ozone layer is true. First one, student. Ozone layer is beneficial to us because ozone cuts out ultraviolet radiation coming from. Observe correct statement, student. Ozone layer prevents the harmful radiation coming from the sun. Prevents the harmful radiation coming from sun. Next option also will check. The conversion of ozone to oxygen is an endothermic, but it is an exothermic. Ozone is a triatomic linear molecule. Ozone is a triatomic angular molecule, O3. Ozone structure. In formal charge, we are discussing O3 molecule, O double bond O single, angular structure. Ozone layer is harmful as it cuts radiation useful for the photosynthesis. Useful for the photosynthesis. That is the wrong answer, student. The correct one is the first one. Ozone layer is beneficial to us because ozone cuts ultraviolet radiation coming from the sun. Next, 34 students. 3 samples of water A, B, C have a DO value, that is dissolved oxygen value, 1 milligram per liter and 3 milligram per liter and 5 milligram per liter. We know that the purity of water is directly proportional to DO value. Highest DO value, highest purity, lowest DO value, lowest purity. Hence, the order will be like this, students. The order will be like this. C is more pure water than B. B is more pure water than A. Because DO value increases, the purity of water is also increases. The purity of water also increases. Next, student. Question number 35. Among the oxides of nitrogen, the brown colored gas is NO2, NO, N2O and N2O5. Nitrogen dioxide is the brown colored gas. Brown colored gas. In our practical exams, the NO2 gas color also it will be required. The brown colored gas is evolved due to formation of nitrogen dioxide. Due to formation of nitrogen dioxide. Next, students, question number 36. Sea waste containing organic waste should be disposed in water bodies because it causes major water pollution. Because it causes major water pollution. Fishes in such a polluted water dies because of. Why, students, here? If domestic organic waste materials are enter into the water bodies, the decomposition, the biodegradation of the organic waste materials will be takes place. The biodegradation of organic waste materials takes place in the presence of dissolved oxygen and microorganisms. Due to the biodegradation of the organic waste material, the DO value decreases. As the DO value decreases, the aquatic animals like fishes does not survive and they leads to death also. Therefore, C is the correct answer, student. The fishes die in polluted water because decrease in the amount of dissolved oxygen in water. Decrease in the amount of dissolved oxygen in water. It is the correct answer, student. Decrease DO value in the water. C. Next one. Question number 37. The soil pollution is due to insecticide, pesticides, herbicides, all these. All these comes under soil pollution. We are discussing causes of soil pollution. Pesticides, insecticides and herbicides. Okay, all the above is correct answer. 38 question, student. Which of the following the structure of DDT? Dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane. Dichloro, diphenyl, trichloroethane, which can contains 5 chlorine atom which is the non-biodegradable insecticide. Non-biodegradable insecticide. Structure is also important, student. Next one, question number 39, student. Deficiency of fluorine in the drinking water causes tooth decay. Well and good. Its international standard limit makes the enamel on the tooth much harder by converting hydroxyapatite into much harder. Hydroxyapatite into much harder. A very simple, student, here. If the concentration of fluoride ion in the water is more than 2 ppm, it can cause a brown coloring of the tooth. Brown coloring of the tooth. Whereas if the concentration of fluoride ion is more than 10 ppm, causes fluorosis. But if the concentration of the fluoride ion in the drinking water is exactly 1 ppm, which can strongest the enamel of the teeth. By using this reaction, student, the hydroxyapatite react with the fluoride ion present in drinking water, that is 1 ppm concentration, 1 parts per million concentration. It can form fluorapatite. Hydroxyapatite is converted into the fluorapatite. Here formula is also important, students, sometimes, which is the hydroxyapatite. Calcium phosphate, calcium hydroxide. 3Ca3PO4 taken twice, CaOH taken twice. Fluorapatite means 3Ca3PO4 taken twice, CaF2 plus 2OH minus A. Here the two fluoride ions replaces two hydroxide ion in calcium hydroxide. Hydroxyapatite is converted to the fluorapatite. This reaction is responsible for hardens the enamel of the tooth. Okay, students, in theory already we are discussing. Once you can verify that also. Next one, student, question number 40. Higher incidence of heart diseases in smokers is related to the high content of obsolete answer, student, carbon monoxide. Due to incomplete combustion of the cigarette and smoke, the concentration of CO value in the increases, which causes heart diseases. Why? Because as the CO value increases, carboxyhemoglobin also increases. Hence, it can cause heart diseases. Next, student, question number 41. Stone cancer, which is known as stone leprosy of the Taj Mahal is due to the formation of, here, calcium sulfate, student. The marbles of the calcium sulfate react with the sulfur dioxide present in the sulfur dioxide present around the Taj Mahal due to the evolution of the automobiles. The automobiles evolves the poisonous and harmful gases like sulfur dioxide. The sulfur dioxide react with the marbles, that is calcium of the Taj Mahal, to form calcium sulfate. Then what happens, student? The beauty of the Taj Mahal will be decreases. Hence, due to formation of the calcium sulfate. Here, two important topics, students. One is name the gas which is responsible for the decreasing effectiveness of Taj Mahal is sulfur dioxide. Name the substance formed during the Taj Mahal stone leprosy or stone cancer, that is known as calcium sulfate. Here a new word, student. Stone cancer means the stone is undergo disturbance, the stone is undergo deformation due to the formation of calcium sulfate, which is known as stone leprosy. A leprosy and cancer, the technical terms used indicate the effectiveness of the Taj Mahal. Due to the evaluation of the harmful gases like sulfur dioxide during the combustion of the fuels in automobiles, the evolved sulfur dioxide falls on the marbles of Taj Mahals, then the effectiveness will be reduced. The beautiness of the Taj Mahal will be reduced. Name the gas, correct answer sulfur dioxide. Name the compound, calcium sulfate. This phenomenon is known as stone leprosy or stone cancer. Next one, student, question number 42. For the following equilibrium in which the carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin in the blood, HbO2 plus CO equilibrium HbCO plus oxygen delta G value less than 0. We know that students, this reaction indicates when carbon monoxide combines with hemoglobin to form carboxyhemoglobin. Effect of this equilibrium, what happens? First answer, oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin will be reduced. Absolute answer. Due to formation of the carboxyhemoglobin, the concentration of hemoglobin will be decreases. Hence, oxygen carrying capacity of the hemoglobin is also reduced. Second one, oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin will be increased. Remaining options also wrong, student. Our answer will be the oxygen carrying capacity of hemoglobin will be reduced because it can form bonds with the carbon monoxide to form carboxyhemoglobin. First one is the correct answer, student. Next one, question number, right, it is completed, students. Copy these questions. Okay, students, last 3 questions, total 45 questions, student. Which of the following is environmental friendly reaction? Environmental friendly reaction. Here A plus B plus C gives rise to C, HOCl gives rise to H plus Cl, CF2Cl gives Cl plus CF2Cl, NO plus O3 stratosphere gives NO2 plus O2. Here, students, this reaction is the environmental friendly reaction. Environmental friendly reaction. Here A plus B, two components react with one another to form third component C. A plus B are the reactant, C is the product. That is wanted product that is only formed. There is no other byproduct D plus E plus C. Hence the pollution will be reduced. The pollution will be reduced. That too, here A and B does not cause any environmental pollution. Does not cause any environmental pollution. In green chemistry we are discussing the reactants that can be used for the formation of products does not affect the environment, does not cause any environmental pollution. Then during the chemical reaction, the only wanted product form, there is no formation of the any other byproducts. Then that case also the environmental pollution will be reduced. In green chemistry, under the subheading principles of green chemistry, we are discussing, student. The reactant materials does not cause any environmental pollution or causes very less environmental pollution Like that, reactants we have to select for the preparation of product C, and only wanted product is formed. There is no formation of the byproduct. It is the environmental friendly reaction according to the green chemistry. Next one, student. CH2 double bond CH2 plus O2 in the presence of metal ions to form ethanol. It is also single step reaction. Reactants react with metal ions to form methanol, to form ethanol, CH3Cu. There is no any other byproducts. In only one step, the reactant can be converted into product. In this reaction, we are discussing applications of green chemistry in day-to-day life. That is one step product formation from the reactants. Here the question is excellent manner they are asking, student. Metal ions, in the presence of some metal ions, the product is formed. What are the oxidation states of these metals? Clear, students? Oxidation state they are asking. We know that the reagent is copper 2 catalyst in the presence of palladium 2 and aqueous solvent like water. Copper 2 means plus 2 is oxidation number. Palladium 2 means plus 2 is the oxidation number. The Roman number indicates oxidation number. Therefore, the oxidation numbers of metal ions in this reaction is plus 2 and plus 2. In one step formation of ethanol from ethane and oxygen, some metal ions are used. Those are having oxidation number plus 2 and plus 2. Copper is having plus 2 and palladium is having plus 2. Last question, student. Recycling waste to useful products, sewage treatment sewage treatment, and green chemistry implementation. Correct related to waste disposal. Correct related to the waste disposal. Here all are correct students. All are the correct students. The waste disposal or waste management can be done by using these three students. Recycling waste into useful products. For example, polythene covers and plastic bags can be collected and disposed into the recycling process. They are collected, disposed, and they can be recycled into the new polythene bags. That is a very good waste management. Very good waste management. Next student, second one, green chemistry. Green chemistry implementation. Due to the green chemistry implementation, then what happens, student? The waste management will be takes place. The waste management will be takes place. It is also correct statement related to the waste disposal. Correct statement related to the waste disposal. Right. Next students, sewage treatment. Sewage treatment. The domestic sewage and organic sewage collected in the small bins, they can converted, they can be transferred into municipal bins. They can separate it into biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste materials. The biodegradable waste materials disposed into the groundwater to form compost used for the agriculture, whereas the non-biodegradable waste materials used for recycling process. Therefore, students, here all the above is the correct answer. The options like this they are given, student. Only A is correct, B and C is correct, A and C is correct. The last option is all the above. All the above is the correct answer. All the above is the correct answer. Okay, students, right? Copy this. Right, students, with this 45 questions, the environmental chemistry chapter is completed. Total 6 videos, students. Total 6 videos. 5 videos are theory part. 1 video will be competitive based on NEET, JEE and KSET. Total 45 questions we are selecting. And these theory videos, first 5 videos, theory videos, you can revise completely and perfectly 2 or 3 times. Read NCERT textbook. Then you can solve the question, students. Then you can solve the question. Directly you are solving questions means it will be a problem for you. That's why read the theory part, watch the videos and NCERT textbook. After that you can solve the question. And students, regarding this 45 questions, in the description box, link is given, students. If today link is not available, in the next day you will check, definitely it will be there. Today or tomorrow you will check the link in the description box. You will get the total 45 questions along with the key answers. Okay, students, right? Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay happily. And you are having any doubts in this section, we can revise 2 or 3 times. Maximum, student, you didn't get any doubts. Why? Because it is total theory part only. Okay, students, all the best.